Hi, welcome back to Blue Mountain Bushcraft and Outdoors. Today we've got a Gauntlet review for you. This is going to be a custom knife by William Collins. This is the WC Knives Master Woodsman. This is a pretty interesting design, guys. I don't think you're going to want to miss it. Okay, so sorry it's been a while. It's been a crazy busy summer and I just haven't had a whole lot of time for making videos. But today I've got a pretty good one for you. Like I said in the beginning, we're going to be looking at a custom design from William Collins. This is the WC Knives Master Woodsman. And this is something that William's been working on for quite a while. He put out a lot of different types of prototypes with different grinds, blade styles, and sent it out to quite a few reviewers, YouTubers, testers, and unfortunately I was not able to participate in that process, but I know several people who were. And what eventually came out of all of that R&D and testing was this knife right here. Sorry, I needed to get some bug spray. They're tearing me up out here. Anyway, out of all of the R&D and testing that was done, this is the knife that William finally settled on. And you can see it's got some interesting design elements, doesn't it? You know, I'll say this for William's knives, they always kind of take me back when I pick one up to, I don't know how quite to describe it, to a simpler time. They just have a classic element to them that I really kind of enjoy, and this Master Woodsman is no different. When I first looked at pictures of this, I thought it bore some similarities to the Tom Brown Tracker, and that's a knife that I have a fair amount of familiarity with. But taking a look at this much closer, the similarities are very superficial. And I'll tell you what, let's reposition the camera. We'll put this down on the stump so I quit waving this around in front of the camera and you guys can get a better, more stable look at it. Okay, so hopefully this is a little bit easier for you guys to see. The blade that we have here, this particular one, is 01 tool steel. I think that's the standard. He may offer it in other steels. You know, for that you're gonna have to contact William. But the blade itself is a 6-inch drop point. You'll see it's a sort of a recurve design. You've got all this belly up front here where it sweeps back and enters into this straight portion. The handles, I believe, are canvas micarta with 3 through pins. See, it's a full tang design like all of his other stuff. And we've got the semi-hidden lanyard here with an exposed tang in the back. Now, I don't know if you can see this. This is kind of flattened out here. It's not all rounded, so it does give you a little bit of extra surface if you're going to be crushing things, which is pretty nice. So what sets this knife apart from all the other knives that are out here on the market? Well, I think what sets this knife apart is its blade geometry and the grind itself. Now, when I first looked at this and was learning about it, I thought that he had separate edge bevels. I thought there was a separate edge bevel for right up here in this portion and another completely different edge bevel for up here in the belly. And that is not the case. There are different primary grinds going on here. So this edge bevel, this angle, from all the way back here, all the way out to the tip, the angle of that edge is consistent There's no changes in that angle anywhere in here. What is changing, like I said, is the primary grind. So right up here, you've got basically a Scandi grind. All right, that grind comes down straight into the edge. It's a zero grind Scandi. As you start moving forward, that thins out enough to what I would consider to be a saber grind. So essentially, while you still have that same edge angle, that same bevel, up here you've got a lot more meat behind the edge. So it's got a thicker edge to it. In theory, what that's going to do is it's going to give you a much more durable edge up here in the belly, a little bit more controllable for certain types of tasks, while back here, where you're going to be doing probably the bulk of your carving, you've got that real nice fine Scandi grind. Not a grind that you want to do a lot of heavy chopping with, because it's a very thin edge. There's not a lot of meat behind there, but it will carve wood like nobody's business. So you've got two separate things going on in one, which should prove to be fairly easy to sharpen blade. So let's talk about this handle a little bit. Like I said before, it's a full tang knife. You've got canvas micarta handle slabs on either side. They are unpolished. They've got some pretty nice grip to them, and they are highly contoured, as you can see here. And a nice palm swell. They taper down towards the blade for when you're choked way up in here. And you've got that nice William Collins swell back here for when you're doing chopping tasks and you want to choke back on the knife and really put this front belly to work doing a little bit of chopping. It really gives you a nice purchase back here with this swell in the back, and just holding it in a natural grip is very comfortable. This knife for me is borderlining on being just a tiny bit too thin right through here and a little bit right through here, but mostly up in here is where I notice it. It's not giving me problems, it's not giving me hot spots, but if it were any thinner than this, I think it probably would. But handles are very subjective things. People like different things, and William's a custom maker, so you call him up and order a knife, I'm sure he can make you your handle however you want it. You order this, your knife's going to come delivered in a Kydex sheath, and it's a very basic sheath. Certainly, I wouldn't say up to the quality of some of the custom sheath makers, but vastly better quality than some sheaths I've seen come out of some other custom knife makers. This isn't bad at all. There's a little bit of rattle, not too much, but this thing is in here very securely. You've got a nice thumb ramp here to pull the knife out of, and it comes out very easily. All right, guys, you've heard me babble long enough. Let's take this thing out and put it to some work. I think what we're going to do today is set up a little camp to hang out here for a few hours and whip up some lunch, and we'll use this to accomplish those tasks. Come on, I'm hungry. Okay guys, so I've done a lot of work with this knife today. I was able to chop down a couple of saplings with this with very little difficulty. That grind just bites right in, and even with all that chopping, the edge doesn't feel like it's been degraded at all. There's no chips in it anywhere, and it feels just as sharp as when I came out here. I was able to baton some oak that had been laying on the forest floor for quite a while. It's pretty saturated. Just wanted to see if we could do it, and actually able to feather some of it as well. We were able to make regular feather sticks with some more reasonable wood other than oak, some pine that I brought over. Shave some fat wood, make some feathers with that, make some Maya dust with it, no issues whatsoever, and get some good sparks off of a ferro rod. After all that, used it to cut up some summer sausage, which obviously it had no issues with. Quite good summer sausage. Hold on a minute. So between all the carving, the chopping, the batoning, the feathering, I kind of ran the gamut of everything I would expect a good woods knife to be able to do. Obviously, I would also include game processing. I don't have anything out here to do that on, but you know, the way it cuts through food tells me that it will do a pretty darn good job at that as well. Overall, I got to tell you, I really like the knife. It fits my hand well. Like I said, it borderlines on just being on the edge of being too thin, but for me it's not. It feels good, it's secure, it doesn't want to rotate in my hand when I'm torquing on it, and you know, the overall geometry is excellent. Geometry of the blade is great. It's very controllable, and I'm not sure what more I can say about this. I think William's got a real winner on his hands with this knife, and I would certainly be proud to own it. Unfortunately, this is going on to the next person in the Gauntlet, which is going to be Feral Woodcraft. So keep your eyes open for his review of this. That's all I've got for you on this knife, guys. It's excellent. It's what I would come to expect from William Collins. It works well, it's comfortable, it's got his unique style, and really it has a pretty unique feature to it. That dual grind while maintaining a consistent edge bevel is pretty cool. It's very useful. All right, till the next time, guys, take care. See ya.